Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to show you the basics of pulling data from one sheet to another sheet. I just wanted to give you a basic idea how it works using VBA coding. We need to start with the Excel sheet, and then we will move on with the complicated data pulling from various sources using SQL Server and so on. This is once you start using this, the other sources will be much easier or much understandable to you. So let's begin today. I have created an Excel sheet. You can see that just for the example here, I created employee details, and this sheet is contained with the details of two employees. It is just source data, you can say, and I just want to close this without any further confusion. So you can see that employee name, employee number, employee address, phone, employee, and department. I just use this, and that's now I'm closing this. So what gonna happen is I'm gonna pull all the data from this Excel sheet to this destination sheet. Let's close this one and come back to this sheet. So this is the sheet where we want to bring the data from the other one. So let's begin. It is an empty one, and you can press the button or 511. So sorry, F11. My apologies. So here you can see that VBA is open. Remember Alt F11 you need to press, and then the VBA will be open. So in this sheet you can see that there are a number of areas where you maybe get confused, but this is the area where we can create the coding. This one is a VBA section, property section, where you can see that it's showing sheet 1, sheet 2. Sheet 1, sheet 2 is nothing. It's just A1, B1, which I gave the name A1, B1 because computer will always understand its own variable, its name internally. No matter what name you are giving, this is the display name. What you gave is for you to understand, but computer will understand sheet 1 and sheet 2. So and then this workbook is nothing. It's just a code area where we are going to create the codes. And then here you can see the property uh, area where you can change the properties of your sheet. Sheet 1 means A1, A2, and B1. I mean, this workbook also have some properties, and you can see the number of properties over there, but we are not gonna touch this for now. We just simply want to create a small program to pull the data from the other sources. So when you come to this plain page, I already created a function for you. Whenever you need to create anything, any function into the VBA, you have to start with the sub, which is called the function beginning. So you need to say sub, and then after that you need to give any name, whatever you want. I gave copy data from workbook. You remember that there should not be a space. Instead, you can use underscores, or you can just remove this and do it in this way, whatever you like, but do not provide the gaps between the names. Remember, always. So I put the name. You can put any name. You can add whatever name you want, and then open and close braces. So this is indicating that your function is begin. So from here your function will begin, and then you need to provide the end of your function, or programming area. So that is very important. If you are not going to give n sub, it will not compile, and it will keep on giving you the error that complete this or close this. So you have to provide the end sub. So this is the beginning, start, and the end. Between there, this area, you can write codes whatever you want and whatever is your requirement. So currently is my requirement to bring the data from the Excel sheet. So for that I wrote a small code which is very simple to understand. Dim is and string, these two predefined things which I'm gonna use to define my variable, which is the path and data workbook. So dim is nothing, it's just a dimension, or you can say a beginning or prefix to for the variable. So dimension and then the variable name, whatever variable you need, same as your function name, whatever name you want to give it here, you are free to do, or you are free to write whatever is. But here what I'm doing is I'm defining a path as a variable of as string. You can see that here a number of variable types available in the VBA. You don't need to write somewhere else, you don't need to memorize, you don't need to search anywhere. It is available here. The only thing is you should know what you are gonna extract or what you gonna write. So everything is available. You don't need to go nowhere. Just say as, just write as after your variable and say string. I want a string. The string is nothing, it just it's a variable type of a string or variable type of text, like you are writing text. So text is is a long text. You can include the number, you can include the signs, or you can use the proper language, whatever it is you wanted to use in this. It's free, so you can use a string for the path, because I wanted to give the name of the book or the Excel sheet, which the source Excel sheet from where the data need to pull. So I need to give the path of this. So path is something like a string, long string, right? So for that I need a string. So come to the next dimension and the data work. I just defined variable, you can use anything, and I said as workbook. This variable type is nothing, it's just a substitute of the Excel's variable types. It will work for your to generate or to create or to pull or to open your workbook, whatever you want. So for that reason we are using this type. Now remember, these are the libraries, so we need to understand that these are the libraries. Within workbook we have so many things, so many functions contained into this workbook. So for the basic thing is we need to define a variable of this type. Now come to the third line, which is beginning of your programming or your logic. So what I'm doing is, as I use the path as a string, so I said path is equals to any variable you wanted to use. You need to say path, and is equal to is the beginning of your string. So here what I'm saying is this workbook dot path. This workbook, VBA is always using this workbook, this sheet, and that means the current means where the VBA is generating, where the data need to be pulled, is your target worksheet. So the current is opened one, right? So this workbook dot path. So this workbook dot path means that is this workbook dot path is this path, and then we are using ampersand, and then we are using application dot path separator. So application dot path separator is nothing, it's just do one thing. I just want to bring this here. See, this is the source data sheet, and this is your path, D MyExcelHub, right? So this is gonna to here. So it will create the path for application.path separator. It will use the separator like this. Okay, and then again, because this is the path is nothing, path is something, is this one, my Excel's hub, because your your data, your target data sheet is also reside into the same. So, and your source data is also be in the same folder, so you are not gonna go nowhere, everything is on one folder. So this is the basics. Just in the next video I will let you know that different folders, how you can open. So with that reason, we have only uh, one path for which is where the pull data form is resides. Okay, so the path, it will give you d uh, d my Excel hub. Okay, it will give you this path, and then it will create this hyphen for you, and then ampersand, use ampersand application dot separator, and then you need to give the Excel sheet name dot XLS within the braces. So you are giving the name of the Excel sheet, which is the source Excel sheet need to open for you, where the data is reside. Then we need to come and we need to, because it's a library, we need to set the data workbook variable to the workbook or to the Excel sheet which we were trying to open. So what I need to do is, as I told you, it's a library, so it's open a different, I mean, it has many things in the library, but I'm just telling you what is there in the library. So let's go dot. See, here a lot of things are, a lot of functions and procedures or properties or variables are predefined, stored for you. You don't need to go nowhere. It just, everything is in front. So you can add the worksheet, you can close, you can count, create number of items. And now what I'm gonna do is I need to open. Open is what? I need to open, when you open the brace, because it's a function, so open is a function. So when you open its braces, it will give you a long list of the required variable strings within the open specific open function. So what it is asking, file name as a string. So what is the file name? I already stored the file name into this path variable. So now it will set the workbook variable with the workbook which I need to open. So what I'm instructing is it need to open. What I'm saying is open this workbook, path 1. Now come to the next line where we need to copy the data from one source to another. So how it is going to work with the coding? So the coding is saying that this workbook means this workbook dot worksheet B1. Worksheet B1 is what? It's B1. Okay, it is empty, nothing. So this workbook dot worksheets, it is also a function, and you can see that within the function it has the value need to be passed, which is the indexing. Indexing is the internal number or internal value of the sheet. So you can give the index, or you can give the index number if you know, or you can write within the code the sheet name. So I have a sheet name which is B1, so I'm giving B1. So what I'm saying is this workbook dot worksheets, which worksheet is B1 dot range. Range is nothing, is simply A1. A is a column and 1 is a row. So A1 to whatever number is I want. So what I'm saying that giving is it's a range. So you can see it is A1. Now go here, it's showing B1, B5, C6. So this is the range. This is the range of a specific cell. I mean the combination of the column and the row called the cell. So when you click the cell, you will see here as internal name. This name is the range. So we are giving the range. Range is from here to here. Okay, from here to here. So this is from A1 to C4, B1 to D4. This is the range from this to this. So this is the entire range we are giving. So what I'm giving is B1 dot range A1 to F3. A1 to F3 is up to here. So A1 to F3 is up to here. This is the range I'm giving to the sheet. Dot value. Dot value means is this range the every Excel value, every cell has a value. I mean, if you write something, this is called the value, right? You name anything, this is the value. So every cell should have value. So because we are copying the data from another sheet, so we need to copy the value, right? So the value dot, so you can see it here, it is dot, dot value. So it will see the variable, the V is become capital V automatically. So the value. So we are asking that this workbook B1 sheet has a range A1 F3, and I need a value on this. What value? The value what I need is data workbook. Data workbook is the one which the source file, data workbook dot sheets dot B1. So there also I have arranged the same name. The same name is here. So B1. So the sheet name is B1. So I'm just going to close this. So the B1. So what I'm saying is this workbook dot sheet B1 dot range A1 dot F3 dot value need to fill with the data workbook dot worksheet, which is the requested one. The sheet is B1 dot range. Its range is also the same as F1 F3 dot value. So what I'm saying that the source data need to copy to the target sheet, and then the further you can close the open sheet or you can remain open. What I'm just wanted to show you, that's why I disabled. You wanted to, if you wanted to disable something which is excluding from the compiler or to compile into this or including into the programming, you just need to give hyphen and then it will be green and it will not be included into the when you are gonna compile. So I just disabled that. I wanted to remain open to show you that which one is open or what has been done. So let's go. This is the run command that from where we need to run. Once we are okay with this, we done everything, we are going and it will, what it's gonna do, it will compile and it will run and give you the final output. So it do everything all together. So to this here, click and then this workbook data workbook. So this is the macro. See, I want to tell you that the subfunctions and converted into the known as not converted, known as macros into VBA. So that's why it is showing you what macro need to run. So this is the macro name we need to run, and you can see it here that it remain open, it run already, and you can see the pull data from Excel sheet is filled with the exact data of the source file. See, this is the same file we have and we copied everything. Let me close this and let me go back again to the sheet. See here, you understand now what had happened. It's a macro or function. We created two variables and two variables together work for us to bring the data into the current sheet. So guys, if you have any problem or if you have any question related to this small training, just text me and I will, or write it down and I will definitely come back to you with the solution or with the proper answer. Thank you so much. Please subscribe me. I am back again and I started my work into the computer world or programming world. If you have anything which you are not able to resolve related to Excel sheet, please come back to me. Give me a small message and I will resolve for you and give you a solution for that. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye bye.